This is Randy Hunt at Patriot TV. Here we are. Season's over, Coach. We had our playoff game Friday night. Didn't go as we'd hope. I thought we played pretty good football. We were competitive. We gave a couple big plays up. Got stalled out a couple times, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of.
No, Randy, not at all. It was certainly a great season for our guys. We're certainly happy the way they performed all year and very proud of them. That game, we knew going in it was going to be a tough game with the matchup. We felt like we're going up against a team that was athletic, that could throw the ball really well and could run the ball when they needed to. And they were big up front and kind of physical up there a little bit as well. We knew it'd be a little bit undermatched size-wise, up front with a few of the guys they have up there. I thought we did a good job of that early on, kind of, at least, offensively kind of staying on those guys and giving us some running room. I think later on, I don't know if our guys just wore down a little bit, some things here and there, we kind of got behind a little bit and changed the way that we had to do some things a little bit. But anyway, I thought we played really well early in the game, especially on defense. We held them to, in the first 3 plays, they lost 3 yards, I think, total. And, and we gave up a fake punt, and that was, I don't know. We had a kid that, they just didn't I don't know, they didn't understand what we wanted them to do, or they just forgot about what we told them to do. But, so that was a big play, and they ended up scoring on that drive. And I think had we held them there and got the ball and kind of would have flipped field position, I think things, would have been a lot different in the first quarter. But like I said, I'm proud of our guys, and they fought their tails off. It's certainly a tough trip up north. Anytime you go up north and play football, you're gonna have your hands full. And so our guys, I think, kind of handled themselves very well. Their coaches were very respectful after the game, very complimentary of our players. I was pleased, even though it didn't turn out the way we wanted. So it's just another building block, something we want to try to build off of and help make us better for the future as we kind of keep this thing rolling if we can.
Yeah, and this is so, we keep talking about where we've come from, and great experience. We've got kids now that's been to the playoffs twice. There's a lot of kids that play ball for all their lives and never make a playoff game. So being there is great. I think it's a good experience, and every time you go back, I think it's something to build on. It's been a good season. Had some very unusual games that we talked about during the year. We had one guy pick up 4 fumble recovers. We had one guy score 4 touchdowns on 4 plays on 4 touches. Been a good season. You're going to have got some seniors graduating. You want to talk a little bit about those guys and what they've meant to the program, and we're definitely going to miss a few of these seniors.
Absolutely. This is my 4th year here, and so this is the first, I guess, senior class. Those guys that have played for 4 years that I've been fortunate enough to kind of be around and had the opportunity to coach for 4 years. And so, kids like, Chase Mills and Marcus Guy, and some of those guys that have been in the program for 4 years, it's tough to see them go. And I certainly appreciate what they've done, for our program and how they've handled themselves, not just those 2, but everybody, how they've handled themselves and what they kind of were able to kind of build for this community this year. And there's new guys, maybe new to the program or only been out a couple years. I think they saw the excitement in the program, and I think they knew that they had an opportunity to jump on the ship and help out and kind of make something special, and I think they did that. One of the best years in a long time, and we did, like you say, we did a lot of really good things, offensively, defensively, and special teams this year, and maybe got our name out there a little bit, and so, my hat's off to them. They have, I think, left the program in great shape. for those that come behind them, and we want to kind of continue that, with the kids that will be returning next year. But I have loved coaching this group of kids overall, and certainly this group of seniors. So it has been definitely a highlight, and so thank you. If you're watching this, thank you, and we hope to kind of like you say, keep what you've established here the last few years, kind of keep it going, and make it a thing of like a yearly thing that we want to look forward to. So.
Good group of seniors, and I know. I think one of the things that I've watched is the work ethic. I've seen that work ethic change in the last 4 years. I know when my son was here, he working in the off season was kind of foreign to him, and I know he him and a bunch of his friends put a lot of time in the off season. I've seen it happen again this past summer. I expect we're going to see more of that this coming year. That's honestly, I mean, you can't build these guys up in the off season. They have to do that on themselves, and when they get a little excitement built, it transfers over to the game. But the 2016 season has come to an end, and we do have a lot of good seniors, a lot of your yardage, a lot of your scores. They've graduated. But at the same time, I can look at some of the underclassmen, the juniors, sophomores that have seen a lot of game time, and I know I can probably name several of them. They're going to step up to some of the positions. I think next year there shouldn't be a whole lot of let off, and with the excitement, I think we're going to have another good year next year.
I expect that, absolutely. I've had a few people here this past week, and asked me, how you're going to be next year. You're losing a bunch of seniors. And I said, well, yeah, we have 13 seniors or so that we're losing, and they're hard to replace, a lot of them. But we also lost 13 seniors last year. And there's always somebody there to kind of ready to step up and step in. And so I fully expect, these guys are juniors this year and sophomores, and even some of those freshmen to be ready to step in next year. I mean, we had almost, I think, right at 20 kids that were freshmen out this year, most I've seen at any program I've ever been to. And so they were part of a JV team that we lost a couple. We lost a couple games from our schedule. We ended up 5-0 on the JV level, so that they know how to compete. They know how to win some games, and they play a lot of close games. So they're going to need to continue to work in the off season as well. We got a lot of kids that do a lot of different sports. We got a lot of kids that are involved in basketball and wrestling and baseball and track and that kind of stuff. And so they're busy a lot, and so they work out when they can. But staying involved in other sports is a key aspect as well. So I fully expect those kids that aren't involved in other sports to be in the weight room and get things going. Once we get back from the holiday break here, probably start January, and there might be a little drop off to start with until we get everybody squared away. But I fully expect us to have another solid year next year, and kind of it might look a little different depending on who's where and that kind of stuff. But I expect good things next year, absolutely.
I do too, Coach. And again, this is going to be our last football program of the year. I think I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I want to send some thanks out to some people. One of is my friend Mike White. He's the head of FCA in the area. Mike and his people have been here to several of our games and held little huddle meetings before the game. They fed us one time. Leanne Mills, I think she headed up the meal program. It's really nice when these guys can come here and show up for the game, eat as a team, and have all that for food prepared for them. And man, so much work goes into that. Even on the away games, they'll bag their lunch and have food for them before they get on the bus. And so hats off. And I don't want to leave anybody out, but I know that's a couple of names I just want to throw out there, because I've seen personally behind the scenes stuff that people in the stands, they don't see that's important. The program's a bunch of people working together. So I think that and then of course, our principal is second to none, and he's very supportive. And and John Moore, athletic director. A lot of people behind the scenes doing a whole lot of work to make things work smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, it takes a ton of people to run a football program, and especially to run a successful and productive football program. So yeah, I mean, I'd be here for 10 minutes trying to thank everybody. That's for sure. But like you say, Mike White and those guys have done a great job, and I think our kids have certainly benefited from that. She always gets mad at me when I say Miss Mills, but Leanne and you know, there's an army of parents and moms and dads and grandparents and that kind of stuff that feed our guys. You know, we feed anywhere from 35 to 50 kids, you know, each week. And if we had a JV game, sometimes it's twice a week. And they, you know, we couldn't do it without them, that's for sure. You know, I certainly thank them. You know, it's a tough task, you know, and certainly our administration, like you say, Mr. Henry, great to work for, and he's very, very supportive of our students and our athletics and whatever we want to try to do. He's certainly a kid first guy, and so I appreciate him for that, and John Moore, like you say, and I mean, football's still Miss Daniel, the financial secretary. I mean, football, every week you need something for this or that, and so she keeps us straight, keeps us out of trouble, and that kind of deal. But you know, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank the guys that help us coach. I mean, the guys that are assistant coaches and help out on Friday nights and that kind of stuff. You know, all of our families, because we're away from our families a lot. You got to everybody kind of has to buy in and accept that, you know, this is the way it has to be for, 4 months out of their life. And so I appreciate all that. And I'm happy to be here. It's a great school with a bunch of great kids. And so I couldn't be more happy to coach these guys. And we're going to see if, like I say, we're going to keep it rolling and see if we can't keep them going in the right direction.
Well, I appreciate you, Coach, and it's been fun season, and I'm gonna add one more thank you, Carrie Vicars. I know you're out there listening, and we appreciate you here, letting us borrow your husband so many days a week. And I know you guys, you're far apart, but you're a special part of our program too. All of our fans out there that came all year long, just packed the bleachers. Thanks a lot. We'll do this again next year, and but until then, this is Randy Hunt with Patriot TV. We're gonna close it out. Let's go Patriots!